Hey everyone, Henrichs, Valor Ridge. Today's a special day, June 6th, 80th anniversary of D-Day in Normandy. And what we're going to talk about in this video is that young folks with weapons just like this, and also weapons just like this, went into Europe, into Germany's ability to make war. Let's go ahead and get started. So 80 years ago, June 6, 1944, D-Day, Normandy. Pretty big anniversary, 80 years. You got to figure, the youngest guys that would have been going ashore at this point, they're going to be 97, 98 years old. And even those people that were a little older, they're going to be pushing, they're going to be 100 years or older. So I don't know how many World War II veterans are left that actually went into Normandy and landed, but I would sure the number is less and less and less each day. So on anniversaries like this, important to commemorate what they did, pay our respects, and to understand what they accomplished and were able to do. And in less than a year after June 6th, Germany surrendered. There was all kinds of sacrifices required to get in there and get it done, to go all the way across France, all the way across Belgium, into Germany, and then fight and get closer and closer to Berlin. And of course, the Soviets on the other side were going in the opposite direction, or were coming together with Allied forces, especially United States, British forces, Canadian forces that landed in Normandy and then worked their way across Europe. So we got a very special family heirloom right here. This is kind of a cool plaque, and it didn't start life as a plaque. It started life as a letter that the Supreme Allied Commander Dwight D. Eisenhower sent to all the troops that were about to make the landings in Normandy. So what you have here is this original paper underneath here. It's laminated over and it's put on this wood plaque. So my wife's grandfather carried this with him across Europe when he was on D-Day, and then worked across all the way into Germany, and then brought this letter back home. So this letter, this paper here that you see is laminated. It was made as a gift by his family, and they made it for him, and he had it with him for the rest of his life. So it's from Supreme Headquarters Allied Expeditionary Force. And so I'm going to read this letter, and I want you guys to think about the words that General Eisenhower wrote to all the troops that were making their landings right here. It says, "Soldiers, sailors, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force, you're about to embark upon the great crusade to which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. In company with our brave allies and brothers in arms on other fronts, you will bring about the destruction of the German war machine, the elimination of Nazi tyranny over the oppressed peoples of Europe, and security for ourselves in a free world. Your task will not be an easy one. Your enemy is well-trained, well-equipped, and battle-hardened. He will fight savagely. But this is the year 1944. Much has happened since the Nazi triumphs of 1940 and 1941. The United Nations have inflicted upon the Germans great defeats in open battle, man-to-man. Our air offensive has seriously reduced their strengths in the air and their capacity to wage war on the ground. Our home fronts have given us an overwhelming superiority in weapons and munitions of war, and placed at our disposal great reserves of trained fighting men. The tide has turned. The free men of the world are marching together to victory. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We'll accept nothing less than full victory. Good luck, and let us all beseech the blessings of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking." Dwight D. Eisenhower. That's what every military person that was in Normandy and was about to be in Normandy received in an actual letter. So when we look at this, you have to remember at the time, Germany, although they've been at war for a long time, was still exceptionally powerful. They had technology. They had all kinds of absolutely skilled people fighting. And it took people, certainly like my great uncle, like many of your parents, grandparents, uncles, to go in there and get it done. Evil is something that has to be destroyed in every generation. But I want you to think about this, what he talked about. He talked about the Germans' Nazi tyranny over the oppressed peoples of Europe and security for ourselves in a free world. I think that's something in every generation that we can go for. I think that's something that we strive for in every single generation. The world's not perfect. It's never been perfect. It's far from perfect today. But make no mistake about it, here on D-Day, the people that fought, that landed there, that lost friends, family members on that day and moving forward. You know, they were certainly fighting for something that can certainly be relevant in every generation. And in honor of that, I'm going to go out to the range. I'm going to shoot this M1, which was a wartime M1, and I'm going to shoot that 1911, which was a three-war pistol. And we're going to go have not only remembrance of the people that did that, but also to show that these weapons can still get it done today if they had to. Kneeling out there and knock my LaRue down. Let's go out to 200 and see what happens. No problem at 200. Let's go out to 3. This is all kneeling. No shooting bench. I know you guys are probably upset about that. Nice big fat thwack at 3. 400, just cause we can. Another thwack at 4. So guys, 90-year-old technology. Nice little hasty sling here. 90-year-old rifle, standard M2 ball ammo. All kneeling position, 152, 3, 400 yards. Unedited. Go out and work your fundamentals before you put that LPVO on there. All right guys, about 25-30 yards, old school 1911, like not the A1, the original one with the short front sights and everything. I'm gonna do some headshots on some steel here at about, I'd say we're closer to 30 than 25. So we'll see how we do. First round headshot with short still and the stubby sights. Oh, of course the sun comes out. Another headshot, 2 for 2, 30 yards. You guys got to see these sights. You got to see them. The short little notch here and the short little blade, if you see it. So, once again here, this pistol was manufactured in 1913, so 111-year-old gun, 30-yard headshots, and I think you could do it with good fundamental. Just shows you the awesome tools that these guys still had available to them. I'm gonna try to hit this LaRue way out there. It's about 150 yards away, so we'll see if we can do it. Definitely got it right at the feet. It did skip in and hit it, so I'll try one more. Two for 2, 150 yards, 111-year-old pistol. It's knocked that LaRue right down with that heavy 230 grain ball. What a great day. I just want to show you guys the weapons of D-Day. More importantly than the weapons, it was the men behind the weapons that got the job done. Not only their skill at arms, but their purpose of mission. We want to continue that skill set today. We want to continue with fundamentals rather than things. These weapons still being used, as you guys saw in this video today. Old school pistol craft, old school riflemen, in honor of those that came before us. And I hope you found this video helpful. Hope you found the reflection, or you will find the reflection today. And I just want you to really understand, guys, that it's really important that we do honor the people that came before us and continue their legacy in modern times, no matter what tools that were wielded. And if you want to wield those tools, come out to Valor Ridge. We can help you use those. Reid Henrichs, Valor Ridge, remind you, lessons that we learn written on tombstones of others. We'll see you on the ridge.